What bodies the Atlantic snake? A collision with another ship, they hit the warship manual functioning engine explode, collapse, collision with a massive iceberg. The causes of the Atlantic sinking was the iceberg which hit the ship at 23rd on the 14th of April 1912. The ship was about 375 miles south of the Newfoundland in the northern water of the Atlantic. Actually, the Atlantic was constructed to survive even with the 4 watertight compartment bridge, but after the impact of the iceberg, the 6 of them were filled with water. The ship broke apart and went into the water. Less than 3 hours. The estimate outcomes of the catastrophe is between 1.490 and the 1.630 deaths. Oh no. Nice. अब अपन चलते हैं दूसरे. Which is the smallest bird? इसको स्पैरो बोलते हैं. स्पैरो तो है नहीं इसमें. अब स्पैरो नहीं है तो शायद ये होमबीड हो सकती है. अब देखो इसका है, इसकी नॉलेज देखते हैं अपन. With a mass of the appropriated 1.6 to the 2 gram. And the length of is 5 to 6 centimeter, यानी 2.0 to 2.4 inch. It is the smallest living bird. The male has the green pinion and red throat. लाल कलर की चोंच होती है. चित्र भी दिया insect crow and the rest of the underpart mostly grease white. The male is smaller than the female. The female is green above, whiteless below the white tips to the outer tail. Compared to all the hummingbird, which often have a shelter appearance, the bee humming looking around and all the smallest bird in the world. It is no longer than a biggest insect, and as its name suggested, in the scary large than a bee. Like all hummingbird, it is a swift, stronger flier. It also can hover over one spot like a helicopter. The wing beats frequency of the bee humming has not been measured, but in flight its wing beat are so fast that they look like a blur to the human eyes. अच्छा, बी की जितनी फास्ट घूमती है तो समझ में नहीं आता है, लेकिन आवाज़ जरूर आती है. चलो देखते हैं एक और. ये केमिस्ट्री के ऊपर. What does a escapnometer measure? Air, food, blood pressure, muscles. अरे क्यों यूज करो? ग्रोथ मसल्स, हेयर लेंथ, ब्लड प्रेशर का है ना इधर। Manometer is a device that measures blood pressure. इसको बोलते हैं स्पाइग्नोमीटर. It is composed of an inert rubber club which is wrapped around the arm. A measuring device indicates the start pressure. A bulb affects the plus and all a value release pressure. A stethoscope is used to locate the arterial blood flow sound. The digital sphygmomanometer are automated, providing the blood pressure reading without needing someone to operate the scalp and listen the blood flow sound. However, digitally type are less accurate. Some healthcare providers use digital sphygmomanometer for screening and manual one to validate reading in the some situation. ये भी एक साइंटिस्ट का है. E = mc². F = mc². Which scientist is known as the theory of relativity? Albert Einstein. तीन लॉ थे ना से. Albert Einstein formulated the theory of the relativity. It explained a lot of how times and the distance may change due to the relativity and the different speed of the object, and he observed the theory transformed theoretical physics and the astronomy during the 20th century. Supersede in the 200 years old theory as the mechanism created primarily by the Isaac Newton. With relativity, cosmology and astrophysics predicted extraordinary astronomical phenomena such as neutron star, black hole, and the gravitational radius. Far from the being simple of the theoretical interest, relativity effects are important practical electrical concerns. Satellite-based measurement need to take into account relativistic effect as each satellite is in motion relatively to an earth-bound user, and thus in the different frame of the reference under the theory of the relativity. Global position systems such as GPS, GLONASS, and the Galileo must account for all the relativity effects such as a constitution of the in order to work as presence. अब आते हैं इस पे. ओह, इसको क्या बोलते हैं? पिरामिड बोलते हैं सर. इजिप्ट में है. Where is the great Egyptian statue located? I think so in Egypt. The great Egyptian is Giza, commonly referred to a spans of Gia, or the suggested the spans in the limestone sphinx. Limestone statue of Risline Sphinx, a mythical creature with the body of the lion and the head of the human. Facial directly from the west to east, it stands as a giga plateau on the west bank of the Nile in the Giga, Egypt. The face of the Sphinx is generally believed to represent the pharaoh Khafre. Cut the bedrock, the original shape of the Sphinx has been restored with the layer of the blocks. It measures 73 meter, yani 240 feet long from the paw to tail. 20 meter high is height from the base of the top of the head, and the 19 meter wide at the rear launch. It is the oldest known monumental sculpture in Egypt. Is commonly believed to be a design as sculpted and constructed by the ancient Egypt of the Old Kingdom during the reign of the pharaoh 2558 to 2532 BC. कितनी पुरानी है। देखते हैं। Which of the following food is safe to feed a dog? Egg होगा मेरे हिसाब से। भाई कुत्ते को तो खाए ऑनलाइन और बहुत कुत्ता लंबा दिया। Eggs are safe and good for dogs. Eggs contain the phyllophosphorus and riboflavin that are good for dog food and over health. Undercooked eggs should be avoided as they are contain the salmonella that can make a dog sick and can cause a potent frequency in the dog. Most people know chocolate is not good for dog. They commonly called theobromine, which is similar to caffeine, if responsible. A small amount of chocolate will probably only give your dog a suspect stomach and with vomiting or diarrhea. With large amount, the theobromine can produce muscles tremor, seizures or irregular heartbeat, internal bleeding or a heart attack. The onset of the poison is usually marked by the cell hyperactivity. Onion contain ingredient called which is a toxin to cat and dog. The injection of the onion causes the condition called hemoptychia anemia, which is characterized by damage to her blood cells. Onion toxin can use the causes the condition hemoptychia anemia, which is characterized by the damage. Onion toxin can use the her blood cell circulation through your pet body to burst. While a little onion may not causes the several issue, and it's only damage a few rare blood cells. Onion at high level can kill a dog. Grapes are also toxic to dog. The consumations of grapes and raisin present a potential health threat to dog. Their toxin to dog can causes the animal to develop acute kidney injury. The suddenly development of the kidney failure and with lack of immune protection means dog के लिए grapes भी अच्छी नहीं है, onion भी अच्छी नहीं है, chocolate भी अच्छी नहीं है. एग है लेकिन एग कुक्ड एग उसके लिए थोड़ी बीमार कर सकते हैं. तो बिना कुक्ड वाले एग ही उसके लिए बहुत ही अच्छे और लाभदायक हैं. तो चलो ये चीज़ भी अच्छी लगी. चलो दूसरे क्वेश्चन पे चलते हैं. अब अपन जितने सारे क्वेश्चन हैं ऊपर वाले के ऊपर चलते हैं. तो इधर देखते हैं. व्हाट डज द CIA स्टैंड फॉर? सेंट्रल इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसी, क्रिमिनल इन्वेस्टिगेशन एसोसिएशन. ओ भाई लोग, अरे यार ये तो तुम्हें गलत पता नहीं. आप क्या कर सकते हैं इसमें? तो चांसेस मालूम क्या है. अब इसमें मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? देखो इसमें मैं स्किप तो नहीं कर सकता. तो व्हाट डज द CIA स्टैंड फॉर? CIA स्टैंड फॉर क्रिमिनल सेंट्रल इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसी कह सकता हूँ और क्रिमिनल इन्वेस्टिगेशन एसोसिएशन नहीं कह सकता. तो मैं एजेंसी लगाया और बाकायदा सही हो गया. तो इसमें क्या है कि द सेंट्रल इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसी द CIA इज ए प्रिंसिपल फॉरेन इंटेलिजेंस एंड द Intelligence Service of the USA government. The main task of the agency is to gather and analyzing the different security information from across the global. Okay, the main tool used to the agency is the human intelligence, means H2 which is the intelligence gathered by means of interpersonal contact. The intelligence has been always gathered by the national government, but CIA as a standalone organization was created only in the 1947. Onward, it one of the most important member of the US intelligence community. For the CIA established all the national intelligence efforts has been carried out by the FBI and the military force of the country. The establishment of the agency brought a lot of changes and the optimization as the previous process of the gathering intelligence was suffering from incompleteness and inaccuracy. Next question. थोड़ा वेट करते हैं. sorry for a disturbance. अब अपन चलो दूसरे क्वेश्चन पे देखते हैं. इधर पे मीडिया के क्वेश्चन पे जाते हैं. Oh, which song was used in the Titanic? All myself, I am all my heart goes on because you love me. My heart will go on. Oh, yeah, my heart will go on. अब देखो, James Cameron did not want to include any song in the movie. The movie composer was determined to create a full vocation version of the composition and personally contacted Celine Dion and offered her to sing My Heart Will Go On. Celine did not like the song but was talked into singing it once to be recorded. The track was listened by Cameron and he approved it without trying to do a new recording. So the demo version of the song was used in the film. The result came over all expectation. It was an astonishing success. What a nice body यार. सिर्फ एक बार उसने सिर्फ ट्रायल करवाया. Oh, what is a blue moon? It's a night. फुल मून नाइट है ना. अरे क्या कहते हैं, ए ब्रेकफास्ट सेंटर नहीं, एन एशियन स्पेशल सेलिब्रेटिंग द हार्वेस्ट ऑफ द क्रॉप नहीं, ए एक्स्ट्रा फुल मून दैट्स अपीयर इन द 12-month साइकिल, ए प्लैनेट हैज द बिकम द लाइफलेस नहीं, एक्स्ट्रा फुल मून वाला ही है. Have you ever heard the phrase once in a blue moon? It means that sometimes happen very rarely and the most never it facts. This disturbs. Wait करते हैं. For being disturbed, bro. अब दोबारा पढ़ लेता हूँ. It means that the sometime happen in the really almost never. In fact, this term is derived from astronomy, where it's described the quick and occurs an unusual phenomena, an extra moon. The blue moon is an additional full moon that appears in the sublunar in a year, either the third of the fourth full moon in a season or a second full moon in a month of the common calendar. This appears every 2 or 3 years, 7th in the mentioned cycle of 7th time in the metro cycle of 19 years. Extra moon were not colored blue. Actually, a moon can look blue, but such case the extremely rare. Our natural satellites can appear blue when the atmosphere of the Earth is filled with the dust and smoke particles of the particular size, widely rather than 0.7 micron. Such a rare condition can be consequences of the dust from a forest fire or a volcano eruption. Oh, तभी ये ब्लू मून आता है. वाह. Who said one small step of man, one can't appear for mankind? Who Who said one step for man? One can't appear a mankind. अरे यार ये तो मेरे को भी नहीं पता यार. रिचर्ड निक्सन था या फिर तो नील क्या बात है भाई, सही होते जा रहा है यार. तो दोस्तों कैसा लग रहा है? सही जवाब देने का आप लोगों का भी जवाब सही ही जा रहा होगा अगर आप देख रहे हो इस वीडियो को. Although the official NASA flight plan called the rest period for extra virtual activity, Armstrong requested that the EVA be moved to early in the evening Houston time. Once Armstrong and Adriana were ready to go outside, Eagle was displeased. The heads was open and Armstrong made this way down the ladder first. At the bottom of the ladder, Armstrong said, "I am going to step off the lamp now." He then turned and set his left foot on the moon surface. Oh, कब 2:56 पे UTC 21 जुलाई 1969 then pronounced is the famous word, "That's one small step of a man, one can't appear for a mankind." More than the half of a billion people were watching this on television. It was the first human foot plant on another world. Now, countries are organizing have long-term intentions to send human to Mars. But what to do? No. And thinking about that, sharing your opinions देख लेते हैं भाई, क्या क्या ओपिनियंस है जिसमें वांडा प्रेजेंस है. All it approve it, we can do it. Where experience begs, how about solving the issue of the world? I remember watching this on TV. My father, when I was 14, it was the last thing we did together. He dies on August 11th. Very good memories for me. I can't believe that the pudding had the grain is never back. Nice. भाई इन्होंने भी बताया. What is the groove under the nose called? अच्छा, नाक के अंदर वाले इस ग्रूव को क्या कहते हैं? ये तो मैं भी नहीं जानता भाई. इसमें तो मैं तुक्का नहीं मार सकता, ले लेता हूँ. तो प्लीट्रम. ओके, तो मैंने इसका प्लीट्रम लिया. प्लीट्रम, द प्लीट्रम इज द मेडी cleft in the vertical groove in a middle area of the upper lips, common to the mammals, extending in the human for the nasal septum to the tubercle of the upper lips, together with a glandular rhinium and slide-like nostril. It is believed to consist the primary condition of the mammal in general. In most mammals, the philistrum is the narrow groove that may carry resolve oriented from the rhinium and or the nose pad to the romuscular organization via deduct inside the mouth. For For women would primate the Philistrum survive. Only a western medical dispersion between the nose and the upper lip. The human Philistrum border a right, also known as the infrastral depression, but has a non-apparent function. That is because the most highest parameter relieves more of vision than a honest man. In a human breaststem is the form where the nozzle meets the during the result nice. पढ़ लिया आपने, पढ़ लो ध्यान से। क्या है कि मैं थोड़ा बिजी हो जाता हूँ तो मैं आपको पढ़ नहीं पाता हूँ, तो आप लोग पढ़ सकते हैं, जल्दी फटाफट पढ़ लीजिए। अगर आप मैंने पढ़ लिया था, पढ़ लो। चलो नेक्स्ट में चलते हैं। अब भाई इतना सारा है यहाँ पे, सिर्फ 4 सवाल, 1 जवाब, इसका होगा कितना जवाब। What is the closest continent on Earth? Atlantica। ये तो कोई भी बता देगा यार। Atlantica is the Earth's southernmost continent. It contains the geographical South Pole and is situated in the Atlantic region of the southern hemisphere. Almost the entire south of the Atlantic Circle, and it's surrounded by the Southern Ocean at 14 crore 2 lakh square kilometer, and the 5 crore and 15 lakh of square miles. It is the 50th largest continent for the comparison of the Atlantic, in nearly twice of the size of the Australia. About 98% of the Atlantic is covered by the ice that averages 1.9 kilometers is the thickness, which extends to all the most of the northernmost reach to the Atlantic Peninsula. Atlantica, on average, it is the closest, driest, and the wettest continent, and has the highest average elevation of all the continents. Most of Atlantic is the polar desert, with annual precipitation of only 200 mm, means 8 inch along the coasted and far less island. The temperature of the Atlantic is reached minus 89.2 degrees Celsius of the even minus 94.7 degrees Celsius, and measure from space. Through the average of the third quarter, the closest part of the year is the minus 63.3 and minus 81.5. Anywhere the 1,000 to 500,000 people reside throughout the year at research stations scattered across the continent. Organisms native to the Atlantic, including many types of algae, bacteria, fungi, plant, crustia, and the certain animals such as mite, Menomisa, penicillin, seal, vegetarians were in the occurrence tundra. Okay, nice जगह है भाई, ये तो मजा आ गया। ये क्या है? को नहीं चाहिए भाई ड्राइवर, एड वेड देखने का काम नहीं करते। व्हाट इज द हाईएस्ट माउंटेन पीक इन जापान? जापान में हाईएस्ट माउंटेन कौन सा है? तो हाईएस्ट माउंटेन जापान में क्या है भाई, आप बता सकते हो? मेरे हिसाब से तो मैं कीमा कोली ले लेता हूँ, और है क्या ये तो मैं भी नहीं जानता हूँ, लेकिन फिर भी मैं कीमा कोली ले लेता हूँ। एक दिल गया, माउंट फ्यूजी इज द हाईएस्ट माउंटेन पीक इन जापान। देख लो भाई, मेरा एक दिल चला गया। Mount Fuji, located in Hausen Stand in the is the highest mountain peak in Japan at 12,389 feet and active astrovacation that largest interrupt in the 1707 to 1708. Mountain Fuji lies about 60 miles southwest of Tokyo. Tokyo के 60 माइल वेस्ट में है, साउथ वेस्ट, and can be seen from there as a clear day. Mountain Fuji exceptionally symmetric one, which is snow-capped several month a year in a well-known Simon of Japan. It is significantly displayed in art and photography. Mount Fuji is the one of the Japan three holy mountain, along with the mountain Tate and the mountain Hakku. Oh, ये तीनों आस-पास नहीं, means Mountain Tate, Mountain Fuji, Mountain Hakka. It also a special place of scenic beauty and one of the Japan historic city. It was added to the World Heritage listed as a culture June 22, 2013. Oh, हेरिटेज में भी आ गया, वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज। वाह, क्या बात है।
बैलेंस चेक करूं
तो
देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर 51,131 रुपीज है। लास्ट ट्रांजेक्शन भी आप देख लो, टोटल बैलेंस भी।
सॉरी ब्रो, शीट लोड करनी पड़ी मेरे को ऐड के कारण। चलो इस पे चलते हैं। Who wrote to be or not to be? That is the question. Who wrote to be or not to be? इसने लिखा था to be or not to be। हो भी सकता है और नहीं भी हो सकता है। It was 50-50। शेक्सपियर लगा देता हूँ मैं। शेक्सपियर लगा देता भाई मैं, सही हो जाता। क्या करा, फालतू यूज कर लिया मैंने। विलियम शेक्सपियर 26 अप्रैल 1564, 23 April 1616 was the English poet, playwright and actor, widely regarded as the preeminent writer in the English language and the world's greatest dramatist, often called the Burden of Avon. The Shakespeare is considered England's favorite poet. He was a prolific author who created approximately 38 wonderful plays, 154 sonnets, 2 along the narrative poem, and a few other works, some of uncertain authorship. His work was translated into almost every major living language. His famous play Hamlet, from which the quote above comes, was translated into over 75 languages. Oh, 70 चीज़ें पढ़ी यार इसने। क्या था यार विलियम शेक्सपियर, भाई शेक्सपियर ही था। अरे बाप रे, तो क्वेश्चन गलत हो गया। एग्जिट रिवार्ड आ गया, अच्छा डालूंगा एग्जिट रिवार्ड। Why put a fury comes on the microphone? Why put a fury cover? अच्छा, why put a fury cover on a microphone? अच्छा, माइक्रोफोन में इस तरीके का कवर क्यों लगाया जाता है? आवाज़ से आने के लिए। To protect against the sound interference. Okay. To match fashion trend. No. A protection. Oh no. Sound protection difference. If a naked microphone, it hits by the stream of air. Oh, ठीक है. It break up the against the harder edges of the internet and create air vortex. When the broadcast goes under the open sky, the wind is howling in the microphone. Therefore, a microphone is covered with the fury of the foam cover windshield, which break the air in front of the microphone cover and are also needed in the studio, as some singer or the speaker split the air on explosive constant P and B. Listener get a blow to the ear. Thus, without wind protection, neither a quality live sound nor a professional sound recording is possible. Okay, understand. इसीलिए गाना सही होता अपना वाह चलती जाती है। The shielding material used, wire cause a fabric of the foam is designed to have a significant extra impact. The relatively low particles velocity air pressure change that consist sound waves can pass through with the minor interaction, but higher particles velocity wind is impeded to a far greater extent. Increasing the thickness of the material improve wind alternation, but also being able to compromise high frequency audio content. This limit the practical size of simple foam scan wire. Speeds can be partly or wholly self-supporting. Soft fabric and causes require stretching on frames or lamenting with the outer sculptured elements. Oh, rank 2. क्या बात है ना? Which flower is in the picture? Rose. कोई भी बता देगा यार ये तो। अब रोज के बारे में क्या है भाई? देख लेते हैं भाई। गार्डन रोज इज क्या है? Parodominating hybrid that are grown and ornamental plant in the private or the public garden. They are one of the most popular and the widely cultivated group of the flower plant, especially in the temperate climate. Numerous cultivators have produced, especially over the last 2 centuries, through rows have been known in the garden for the phenomena beforehand, while Most garden roses are grown for their flowers. Some are also valued to other reasons, such as having ornamental fruits, providing ground cover or for the head ring. Okay. एक और फ्लावर पे आएगा. अरे नहीं. What animal name came from ancient Greek and means river horse? Horse? अरे river horse. River horse. River horse कौन हो सकते हैं? हिप्पोटामस हो सकते हैं. River horse means hippopotamos. Uncommonly, it is made to a simpler hippos are our horse and hippopotamus are the river horse. Hippo are our horse and the hippopotamus are the river horse. The hippopotamus has the other name that his original and came from the ancient Greek is the hippos, and the horse, hippos means horse and optimus means river. Okay, the river horse are mostly hairless, averagely of 1500 kilo in mass. They are hunted for their meat and teeth, creating danger to this, but do not let these funny behavior deceive you. The hippopotamus are not innocent and they seem to be. Their demand respect for the pond and the land they have claimed and can chase you for aggressive of 30 km/h. These animals are regarded nearly the most dangerous creature of Africa. भाई 30 किलोमीटर प्रति घंटे की रफ्तार से दौड़ सकते हैं भाई वो. भाई इनको हल्के में मत लेना है. उनकी दांत और उनके शरीर की वजह से खा सकते हैं तुमको. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस statistics, the hippopotamus kills more people than any other African species. It happened not because they are predator or like human meat. They just try to protect their territory. The hippopotamus jaws are so massive that one single bite is usually although to kill a adult man. एक सिंगल बाइट ही आदमी को मार सकता है और सब तो दूर की बात. अब ये क्या व्हाट इज डायसिलियक्स? ओहो, ये क्या चीज है? ये आंख से अंधापन होना है क्या? कलर ब्लाइंडनेस ही होगा मेरे हिसाब से. ओह नो, रीडिंग डिसऑर्डर. अरे बाप रे, पढ़ने में दिक्कत वाला काम है. Reading disorder. This dyslexia is known as the reading disorder. It characterized by trouble with reading, despite normal intelligence. Different people are affected to varying degrees. Problems may include difficulty in spelling word, reading quickly, writing words, sounding outward in the head, pronouncing word when reading aloud, and understanding what one reads. Often these difficulties are first noticed at school when someone who could read losing the ability. It is known as Alexa. The difficulty are involving, and people with disorder have a normal desire to learn. अंदर से तो दूर की बात है, बाहर से भी सुन सकते हो। Dyslexia is the belief causes by both hygienic and the environment factors. Some causes run in the family. It often occurs in the peoples with significant order and associated with the family difficulties with number. It may begin in the adulthood as the result of the traumatic brain injury, stroke, and the underlying phenomena of the dyslexia were problem within the brain language processing. The dyslexia is the dyslexias through a series of tests, memories, spelling, vision, and reading skills. Dyslexia is separated from reading difficulties caused by hearing and the vision problem by the insufficient vision. इसने क्या बताया कि as someone who has a dyslexia, this is the indicator for what you say is now hearing what is actually dyslexia is reversing and mixing letter but for access बहुत सारी मूवी को बताया मैंने अभी उसमें भी ऐसी प्रॉब्लम हुई है कि उसको क्या सुपर नेचुरल एक्सेस बता दिया तो मैं मूवी है उसमें चला जाना चालू करा उसमें उसके पास भी ये पावर थी हाँ उस बंदे के पास भी ऐसी पावर थी कि आधा पारा देख लेता था बचाने के लिए चलाया था तो कार छोटे बच्चों की मूवी उसमें ऐसा बताया गया लेकिन जो एक देगा ऐसे पर ना हो तो उस हिसाब से देखा जाए तो एक बीमारी अदला बदला हो जाते हैं अपने वर्डों शब्दों को तो हम सही से पढ़ नहीं पाते लिखा कुछ और होता है पढ़ते कुछ और तो वो एक तरीके रिवर्सिंग लेटर जब हो जाती है तो इस चक्कर चलो बहुत अच्छी चीज़ बताई ये किसकी डिसलेक्सिया की प्रॉब्लम होती है जो कि आँखों की बीमारी
तो चलिए सबसे पहले मैं ये पैसा आपको विड्रॉ करके दिखाता हूँ ताकि आपको ये यकीन हो जाए कि कुमार प्यूस आपसे तो चलिए सबसे पहले मैं ये पैसा आपको विड्रॉ करके दिखाता हूँ ताकि आपको ये यकीन हो जाए कि कुमार प्यूस आपसे झूठ नहीं बोल रहा है क्योंकि ये पैसा आप बहुत ही पास
Which plant is sunflower? बता दे रहा है Anus, the common flower is the large natural forest of the genus as it is grow as a crop for its idle eye and idly. The sunflower species is also known as the wild bird food available stock processing as a meat and a plant. It in some industrial application as a ornamental domestic garden. The plant was first domestic in the Americas while situated. Anus is the widely branches annual plant with many flower head. The domestic sunflower, however, often possesses only a single large, innocent unbranched stem. The name sunflower may derive from the flower head space which resembles the sun. The sunflower seed seeds were brought to Europe from the American in the 16th century, where along the sunflower aisle they came to widely separate cooking ingredients. Last question. What is an omnivorous? Omnivorous वो आदमी है जो कि वेजिटेरियन और नॉन वेजिटेरियन दोनों को खा लेते हैं. अब इसमें लगा है समटाइम इट्स प्लांट एंड एनिमल. ओके. समटाइम इट्स ह्यूमन, समटाइम ओमनिवोरस. ये है मेरे हिसाब से क्या था, प्लांट और उसको एनिमल को खा लेते हैं. अब देखो, an omnivorous is a kind of animal that eats either the other animal or a plant. Some omnivorous will hunt and eat their food, like carnivorous eating carnivorous and other omnivorous. Some other are scavenger and they will eat dead matters, mainly with eat egg from the other animal. Omnivorous eat plant, but not all kind of plant. Unlikely herbivorous, omnivorous just digest some of the substance of grain or other plant that are not produce fruit. They are just fruit. They can eat fruit and vegetable through. Some of the insect omnivorous is the in this simulation are pollinated, which is very most of the cycle and some kind of plant. ये सब बच्चों ने भाई पढ़ा है, बचपन में पढ़ा है. ये सब चीज़ें तो छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हैं, इसके बारे में तो कोई भी बता देता. वेरी इजी था. अब भाई मनीष कुमार गुप्ता कहाँ पहुँचे? अरे यार 196 पे पहुँचे यार. 3 क्वेश्चन गलत हो गए. Okay, who is the Stefana John Alino म्यूजिक है? कौन है? लेडी गाया हो सकता है. अब Stefana Johnny Angelina Grammatic is known as the professional of the Lady Gaga. She is an American singer, songwriter and the actress. She was born in March 28, 1986 at the Halox Hills Hospital, New York. She worked as a songwriter for Sony and ATV Music Publishing and rose a compromising with her album. The fame Just Dance and the Poker Face is the television series American Horror Story. Gaga won a Golden Globe for the Best Actress in the 2016 of her excellence in television. She is the one of the best-selling music artists. Her achievement won several Guidelines World Records, 3 Brit Awards, 6 Grammy Award from the Songwriter Hall of Fame and the Council of Fashion Designing of America. Presenting, she has been suffering from fibromyalgia, a long-term condition that may causes chronic pain all over her body. करेक्ट आंसर 85%. टाइम 1 आवर. ओ 1 घंटा ले लिया भाई मैंने. और बाद में करते हैं. 77 पे पहुंच गया भाई। चलो बाद में करेंगे प्रो। हमने लाइव कर लिया है, 60 मिनट हो चुके हैं। 60 मिनट होने के बाद अब हम चलते हैं। बाय बाय, अगली बार मिलेंगे। इस वीडियो को ध्यान से देख लीजिएगा, जनरल नॉलेज के कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं। और हमारी वीडियो अगर अच्छी लगी हो तो प्लीज़ हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिएगा। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए और बेल आइकन पर क्लिक कर दीजिए, जिससे आपको नोटिफिकेशन मिलती रहे। और हम ऐसे जनरल नॉलेज की बातें लेते आएंगे और आते रहेंगे। आपको भी नॉलेज मिलती रहेगी और थोड़ा पढ़ने का, सुनने का और मज़े करने का भी हो जाएगा। जय हिंद, जय भारत।